SG Reads.
Hello fellow travelers, my name is SG and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to do something a little different. We are looking at a video that was requested to me last time. They seemed pretty interesting. I checked them out, and while they're short, because there's only about 2.5 videos, I say half because one's a short, that's less than 20 seconds. And there is a lot of story to them as of right now, and I'm just going to give pretty much what I know about the episodes I've seen, see what is going to be implied in the future. Hope you guys enjoy. This was requested to me, like I said before. And yeah, let's get started. If you like this content, please leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate it. Alright, let's get started, shall we? Episode 1 of the Tumkur Files is definitely, starts off more instantly than any of the other ones, where it is a PSA about schizophrenia, about being knowledgeable about it and this and that. But there are little glitches and snippets that suggest something deeper is going on in this scenario. We then go to a first-person perspective of someone holding a camera in the middle of a crisis happening. Something as big has happened, and it's being talked about that many atrocities are happening in the certain area of Tumkur, due to a case that we'll talk about in a little bit. We then get to episode 2, Abandoned by God, which does have this kind of explanation of hinting at what the overall story is with the Adobe curse, consisting of that it's a false prophet kind of situation, or someone claiming to be holy when they are clearly not. And then we click off, like we have in the first one, where we go to a radio talk show host where he is interviewing somebody named Jason De Souza. Sorry again if I'm butchering these names. That is my fault. And with that, we get this idea at the very end that it says something bigger is happening in that group as well, and that it has come up before in the past, at least in world. And as I said before, we were talking about the teasers along with a small short where they talk about somebody being angelic, someone having this abilities. In the Tumkur Files teaser, they talk about this angelic being coming into them, or someone who felt angelic to them at the time. We then go to the second short, which is pretty much the same video, so I'm counting as another video because it is the next one in the playlist, but it's pretty much the same one with just the being a short in a way. So with that being said, that's about all the videos we got, or information we have as of right now. I have checked the descriptions. If there's more that I have missed, please leave it down in the comment section. I would like to hear it. If you've seen the actual original content, please let me know. Now, what we usually do is talk about the narrator in this perspective, right? For right now, for the main 2 videos, I can't say that there is a narrator. Mainly because it feels like these are, the first one is a PSA, but being twisted to fit someone's kind of agenda. It's talking about schizophrenia in a PSA sense, but obviously has been altered, and we can see that throughout the video, that it has been altered from its original purpose, along with snippets and clippets here and there. And if I had to say that there was a narrator in this, and I know I just said there feel like there wasn't, but at the end of the short, along with the very end of the second video, we do get this idea that it might be a follower of this group, of this group that Jason has. So for the most part, it has to be either a disgruntled, I guess, member, or someone who's currently leaving this group, who has put together this information in a way that makes sense to them and has come across to them as well, suggesting that this is deeper, this is weirder, and has offered a different sense than what they originally signed up for with Jason as it went on. The main mode I'm going with for this, that has been hinted even in the second video, is that this is the PSA, the first episode, has to be a cult, like recruitment center, going after people who feel lost, or feel like they don't fit into the world, or maybe have some sort of mental issue, or something that they feel that everyone's ignoring. This all feels very step-by-step kind of a cult kind of leadership in a way. And we do get this idea that it may have inspired some of these people to do something terrible along the way. So for the most part, what we can confirm is that this is a group that's pre-existing, because as I said before, the radio show that we hear in the second episode brings up Jason De Souza, And in the very first video where we see the incidents happening, they do bring up the Dizauza case, insisting that it has been a tragic event before, and it feels very similar to what's happening now, suggesting that maybe either this person has been working with these groups of people in the past, has led them before, but this time he's going under a new banner, something different that seems familiar, but at the same time is just a little different. Going by a different name, it would seem. Now, the shorts are the ones that really make me think that somebody inside these groups are going against the leaders, mainly because they give this idea that they have infighting with them, suggesting that when they first came in, they saw these leaders as angelic or as holy men, if you will. And then as they just stuck around, they started seeing them for what they were, just people trying to use them. And that Jason is maybe the leader of this small group, but that there are others like him, other people, because they do end with them saying that there was a group of them, a group that seemed angelic in their own right, suggesting that maybe he is not leader of this group or this cult, but rather he is just a general in this situation, that he is just a leader, not the leader in this whole arrangement. But overall, that's just what we're getting from this whole scenario, that Jason is using his own charismatic abilities to manipulate these people. Now, well, on the surface of what I could gather from these videos suggests that this is a very human kind of situation, where it's just leaders taking advantage of people who need some place to go, who feel like they are lost and alone. And that's nothing new, and it has happened throughout history. But we do get this idea in the clips that there might be something more. She sees this version of Jason, the leader, and sees him talking to angelic beings. We are to assume that maybe they're the leaders themselves of different groups of various different cults, or in something in that vein. But then we do have this idea that they ascend, or that she is at least depicting them ascending into the sky. Again, giving this idea that she thinks that they are angels or angelic in nature. That may or may not be the case. This feels more manipulative. This feels more alien, if you will. So, the mystic side of it is that this is not really about angels, but rather about aliens, if I had to lean more towards that direction. I could be wrong, but this is just what I'm gathering from it. Because this feels more like wanting to cause chaos in a certain sense. Wanting to use these people for their own means and ends. This is not, by any means, anything angelic, as we know what they're meant to be. But it definitely does seem to be something supernatural going on in this world, in this teaser that we can pretty much put together. Now, do I have any evidence to support that? No. We're just going off of the eyewitnesses of, a member that's leaving the group overall. So, if I had to bet on this being what's really happening, it's on the knower side of this, but it's definitely something to think about. And for right now, this is what we get with the overall storyline of it just being a human kind of situation. Which isn't wrong, and it's actually pretty interesting. I really enjoy this kind of storytelling. The Tumkur Files, I like to think, is a great start to a series that has a lot of promise and potential to be something different and unique. I do like this idea, and we don't really usually see that when we think of analog horrors going this direction. Like I said, we could go supernatural or we could go more human. I think either way would be fine. I do like both options in this case. So I do think that there is a lot of promise and that they do show a lot of progress as it moves on. In fact, the teasers and the short that, like I said before, the same video, do offer a little more information than I was willing to go into. I love it when I do find something original in its own take compared to other analog horrors. Not to say I don't like them. I do love the Batmans, I do love the Spider-Mans, and I always like going back to them and seeing the different takes people have on heroes and villains. But you do gotta admit, you do love to see something build off of itself. Which is later on, maybe I will talk about more of like the Walton Files and stuff like that. Something with original twist to it. And yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. I can't wait to see what comes next for this creator. And yeah, Hope you guys have a good day. See you next time.